Hey fish keepers, Francis here. Welcome to my Super Red Arowana Grooming series. I am not an Arowana expert. What I am sharing with you is a collection of my own personal research, experience, and advice from fellow keepers. Always do your own research. Pero kung tinatamad ka, manood ka na lang ng videos ko. So, meron na tayong Super Red Arowana na si Fu. So, for this grooming series, I'm going to document the steps I'm gonna take in order to bring out Fu's maximum potential. So, let's divide this series into 5 parts. First, let's start with diet. Next would be water quality. Third would be tank size, filtration, and aquarium background. 4 would be tanning. And the 5th episode would be dealing with stress. So for the first episode, we have diet. Let's talk about which foods can help make our arowana more red. First, we have to know which substance helps develop pigmentation and coloration in our arowana. That's mainly beta-carotene, specifically astaxanthin, yung red carotenoid.
Yes, science, bitch!
Ano ba yung mga pagkain na rich in beta-carotene? Plants, fruits, spirulina, proving that beta-carotene and astaxanthin increases coloration and pigmentation among ornamental fish. Check these studies out.
Yes, science, bitch!
So what are the best foods for Super Red Arowana to enhance their coloration? Let's subdivide into live and off-live. Unfortunately for me, si Mrs. ayaw niya ng live feeding. So off-live lang talaga. Ang mga Indonesian, favorite nilang food for their arowana is crickets. Crickets have naturally high beta-carotene, especially their shells. And when feeding live insects, you can always gut load them with foods that are high in beta-carotene. In this study here, they did an experiment on which food can give high gut load concentrations of beta-carotene. Here in the Philippines, it's hard to find crickets. So what's another live alternative? Superworms. Superworms are a more popular arowana feed here. They're almost always available and they can easily be gut loaded with vegetables and fruits or high quality pellets. Just be careful when feeding large amounts of superworms because their shells are harder to digest and may cause bloating. So the third option is our ever reliable market prawn or shrimp. Sa akin, ito lang ang pasado kay Mrs. Ito lang yung pwede. So market prawn or shrimp are known also to have high beta-carotene levels. Diba pag niluto yung shrimp, nagiging red-orange siya? What's responsible for that is the beta-carotene content, specifically astaxanthin. Pero previously, pag nagpapakain ako ng shrimp, tinatanggal ko yung shell. Yun pala, yung beta-carotene content is found mostly on the shell. In this Chinese study, they did a study on different species of shrimp and checked the astaxanthin concentrations on their body parts.
Yes, science, bitch!
Dito sa Pilipinas, ang shrimp natin are mostly of the Penaeus species. So part ng study dito yung Penaeus monodon or yung alam nating tiger prawn or sugpo. Pero regardless, yung mga iba-ibang species ng shrimps, mataas ang astaxanthin levels in the different parts of the body, pero mostly in the abdominal muscles and the shells. So dapat pala, pinifeed natin yung buo. So for smaller shrimps, I feed the whole thing. I just remove the spine. For the bigger shrimps, na makunat na yung shell at saka maraming sharp parts, siguro safer para sa mga alaga natin if tatanggalin na lang yung head at saka yung mga legs. So lucky for me, si Fu, ayaw niyang kainin yung shrimp pag walang shell. Gusto niya may shell. Last option for feeding is pellets. Personally, I like hikari. So why hikari? If you look at the ingredients, hikari has vitamin A, D3, E, ascorbic acid, and astaxanthin, our red pigment, and canthaxanthin, our red-orange pigment.
Yes, science, bitch!
So what about the feeding frequency? Gaano kadalas magpakain ng arowana? So according to the Grand Master, the multiple ACI Cup Grand Champion Ronald Sucanto, also the owner of RDC Arowana, ang advice niya ay, for arowanas less than 14 inches, you can feed them 1 to 2 times a day. And then for arowanas 14 to 18 inches, once a day. And arowanas 18 inches above, you can feed them every 2 to 3 days. You can check out his interview by Leslie Lim here. One important reminder, please do not overfeed or do not pump feed your Super Red Arowana. Fin and tail development grow at a constant rate. Pag pinump feed mo or in-overfeed mo, biglang lalaki yung body, may iiwan yung tail and fin. At ang hirap nang ibalik yung dating proportion niya. Sayang naman kung nakakuha ka ng super red with long pectoral fins and large tail. Another important reminder, when you first get your arowana at bagong lipat sa aquarium nyo, allow it to fast for 2 to 3 days para mas stable siya. And then, I advise 1 day a week fasting to maintain its aggressive nature. So now let's talk about Fu, my Super Red Arowana. Since I got Fu at around 6 to 7 inches, my feeding frequency is 2 times a day. Paano ko hindi ma-overfeed si Fu? Kinuha ko yung maximum amount na kaya niya, which is 2.5 small shrimps. In-approximate ko about 80% of that. So 2 shrimps. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And then once a week, fasting para ma-maintain yung aggressive nature. Tara, pakainin natin si Fu. So for our shrimp, first we have to cut off the spine and these 2 sharp portions. Yung sometimes, ilalagyan ko pa ng hikari. So for the update on Fu, my Super Red Arowana, almost 2 months na siya sa akin. This is Fu on white light. Still with long pectoral fins. Parang tumaas ng konti yung shine level. Nag-increase yung length niya by 1 inch. Second bat update ni Fu under red lights. If you found my content helpful, huwag na kayong mahiya. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.